Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. In today's video I'm going to be doing possibly the last summery makeup look. I am so in the autumn headspace. My wardrobe is there, I am physically there, I am mentally there. I cannot wait to be the pumpkin spice latte girl. Except I don't want a pumpkin spice latte, I just want an oat milk latte, thank you very much. But I'm in that headspace, you know, I just want to watch the rain fall down from my window whilst I'm wrapped up in a blanket. I'm so over summer and you're either one team or the other. I am team autumn, but for the sake of this video I'm going to be doing quite a summery sort of makeup look. We're going light on the skin, we're going warm, like orangey on the eyes. Let's just dive straight on in. So for the base, I'm going in with probably one of my favourite primers of the summer, which is quite a surprise, the Revolution CC Swirl Primer. I've been using this so much, which, like I say, is a surprise because when I first tested this I was like, meh, it's okay, but it's nothing special. And then, like, not every single day, I was about to say every single day I pick it up. I definitely don't, but I've been picking this up so much more than I thought I would. It's so lovely and hydrating, and I do feel like it gives a really nice base for under makeup, which is obviously what you want your primer to do. Also, while I remember, a little bit of lip balm. This is the e.l.f. Calm Balm, one of my favourite ones. So for foundation, I'm going to be mixing together the e.l.f. Woe Glow. It's so nearly time to retire this for another year, but I'm holding out for the minute. Mixing together this and the Essence Stay All Day 16-hour long-lasting foundation. I have this in the shade 08 Soft Vanilla. So I'm going to mix together a couple of swipes of the Halo Glow and like a pump or two of the foundation, and I'm going to bounce that in with a sponge. So whilst I blend all of this in, let me know down below, are you team summer? Are you sad to see the end of the summer weather, of the summer vibes, or are you team autumn? Like, are you like me? You're looking forward to the cozy vibes, you're looking forward to the colder weather. Like I say, I'm definitely team autumn. I just hate the summer. I'm sorry, I know that that is so, like, controversial is like a little bit steep, but you know what I mean, where it's like so many people love the summer, they can't wait for the summer season to come around. I'm just no good in the heat, basically. I want to be able to get all of my like lovely winter jumpers out, like they're all in a vacuum bag thing under the bed still, but I want to be able to get them out. Like, I love autumn fashion, I love autumn makeup. That's why I do, or am this year doing, Everyday October, posting a new video every single day, a different look, testing something out, putting together like my favourites of like autumn lipsticks, things like that. That's why I love doing Everyday October, because it gives me the opportunity to just create the content that I love, in the season that I love, in the temperature that I love. Speaking of Everyday October, however, if you have any ideas of like videos that you want to see, do let me know. I'm more than happy to take suggestions, basically. I'm going in with concealer. I'm using the Revolution Fast Base Concealer. I think I'm nearly out of this. It's a nice enough concealer. I don't know if I would repurchase it, because you really don't get a lot of product, and it's nothing great for like the very minimal amount of products that you get. I'm just going to use the same sponge to blend this out. I might put a little bit down the centre of my face if there's enough left in the tube. I'm not sure if there is. I'm going in with this cream bronzer, the collection one. I feel like I've completely deserted this summer. Like, I haven't used it. Are we about to get thunder and lightning? Oh, my lights are flickering. I'm just going to apologise if my lights start flickering. I've just looked up the weather on my weather app, and I'll cover up my address on the top there. Can you see where it says heavy rain and a thunderstorm for at least the next 60 minutes? So if we lose power I apologise. I'm giving summer vibes. Definitely not. The bronzer that I'm using is the Collection Cream Bronzer. I feel like I've completely deserted this bronzer. It's beautiful, but I feel like I haven't used it half as much as I probably should have done this summer. So this is me redeeming myself and using it. Now I'm just going to warm up the face a little bit. I think my problem with this bronzer is I love it and it works really, really well for me. It works really well for my skin tone, the colour, etc. But I just hate that they only have one shade. Like, why in 2023 are we bringing out bronzers where they've only got one shade? So like, for me, I would rather use like the MUA cream bronzer where that has 6 or 7 shades, I think, or the e.l.f. putty bronzer where you get loads of shades. I just feel like do better, basically. Like, yes, I love it, works really well for me, would work really well if you were a similar skin tone to me, but really, like, any sort of deeper than my skin tone, which is basically see-through, you're not going to be able to use it, really. I can see my lights flickering. I don't want a power cut, I'm home alone. This one, however, I have had my fair use out of this summer, and I'm absolutely not going to stop using this going into autumn. This is the Collection Filter Finish Liquid Blush Light Wand. I've been using this a ton. My light is driving me crazy. I'm wondering if it's just that light running out of bulb. Let me try turning that light off one moment. I think it was maybe just that light. I think we're okay now. I can stop talking about the flickering lights. You probably can't even tell, and it's just completely in my own head. So, going in with this blush wand. Right, I'll get my brush at the ready. Like I say, yes, I've definitely had my fair usage out of this blush this summer. I have used this so much, and it's definitely one that, like, I've spoken about this before, where I feel like I like to change my blushes up with the seasons, and I definitely feel like this is one that I feel is universal enough that I would just carry on wearing this in autumn as well. I do feel like it's got enough of that depth for me on my skin tone. Did I even say what shade it was? Peach Pleasure. I do feel like this one has enough depth for me to still be wearable in autumn as well, where it has that peachy brightness for summer, but I do feel like it's got enough depth for me, and I do like the glow. I do like that it's liquid. It's definitely one that's going to be staying in my regular rotation coming into autumn. I'm just going to bounce over the edges of all of that just to make sure it's really nice and seamless. Bounce over with my sponge, and I'm happy with how all of that's looking. My hair is driving me insane recently. Like, the tiniest little bit of anything I put on my face, my hair wants to stick in it, which is not cute. For what are we doing next? Right, I'll do my brows next. Let's just take a breather. For the brows, I'm going to use this one, the e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. I have this in neutral brown, I do believe. Yeah, neutral brown, and then the e.l.f. Wow Brow in brunette. So I'll be right back. Once I've calmed myself down a little bit with the thunderstorm, I'll be right back when I've got some brows on my head. Okay, I'm not thrilled with how the brows are looking, but we are moving on. I'm going to do the eyes. I'm using the MUA eyeshadow stylo, the orangey shade. Was this called Pumpkin? It doesn't have a name on it. Either way, it's the orangey one. I tested this out recently and I really like it just as a one and done, all over the eye, sort of an eyeshadow by itself. But I want to try it as like an eyeshadow base today. So I'm just going to get a brush firstly, squiggle this all over my eyes, go right over that lovely bit of creasing from my concealer, and then I'll tap it out with a brush, more of like a dense brush, but just tap that out so it's blended in nice and smooth, Then I can go on to the eyeshadow, like the actual powder eyeshadow. So the powder eyeshadow that I'm going to be using is the Beauty Bay Tropical palette. Probably one of my most used palettes this summer because I've just been loving like the yellows and the oranges. I've been completely in that vibe. Probably going to be sticking with that vibe going into autumn as well, but I wanted to just do something matte today because I feel like every time I get this out I do something with the shimmers because the shimmers are so beautiful, but the mattes are incredible as well, so they really need their moment too. I'm going to dip in with a brush into, what am I thinking? I'm thinking I need a smaller brush. Yeah, I'm going to use like a little pencil brush and I'm going to dip into blonde, the yellow, on the top corner. I'm going to pack that like on the inner half-ish, and obviously this is going over the top of the orange base, so it is going to be a little bit darker than if I was just putting it over like my usual Beauty Bay base. But I really like the colour that that's going. It's much more sort of mustardy. Really, really pretty though. Very sort of sunset vibes. I suppose that's the look that I'm going for today. More of like a sunset blend of colour. Using the same brush, I'm going to dip into... I'm trying to think what I'm going to go on to after. So I was going to say I'll go into Lilo. Yes, I'll go in with Lilo and then I'll go in with Watermelon on the outer corner. Question mark. In case you don't know, I just completely make up these videos on the spot. Sometimes I have a plan, but I don't usually have a plan. So I'm just going to tap a little bit of this down the centre and blend it in with whatever we've already got on. So that's that Lilo shade down the centre. I feel like it's gone a little bit patchy, but I'll rejig once I've got the outer corner colour on. Just using the same brush into Watermelon, that darkest pink. Dipping into that quite lightly. I'm going to stamp that on the outer corner. Obviously I'm going to be doing a wing, so I want to keep this colour like fairly high up. I'm going to just, again, using the same brush, dip into that Watermelon shade and just stamp that on the lower lash line on the like outer sort of third. Basically I'm just going to mirror what I've got on the top on the lower lashes as well and like smoke it right out because we all know how much I love like a really smoky under eye. So I'm going to like really smoke this colour quite far down under the eyes as well as of course on the top. I feel like these colours, as beautiful as they are, I feel like once you get the like eyeliner and mascara and everything on, that's when you can like see the finished look. Like at the minute I'm like, that's a lot of colour. Even as somebody who, I like to wear a lot of colour, although I feel like I really haven't been wearing all that much on my channel recently. Like looking back over the videos that I've done for the last like 2 months, I think I've done like bronze and I've done brown, and I don't feel like I've done very much colour, but I'm getting back into it. I'm getting back into my colourful era. Okay, so I'm just going to go off and do liner and lashes. I'm of course using the Profusion Everlasting Waterproof Liquid Liner and the Milani Anti-Gravity Mascara, highly rated anti-gravity mascara. So I'll be right back once I've done these, and then we can decide what sort of lip we want. Probably a nude, but we'll decide. And do I want something incredibly glittery on the inner corner? Yes. Okay, so that is the liner and the lashes done, and now that the liner is done, I definitely feel like I need something really bright and almost like white toned rather than yellow. Like I could use something in this palette. I could use like Sun as an inner corner, but I think I want something like whiter, something bright rather than yellow. So I'm going to go in with this one, the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder in Blossom Glow, because look at that colour. What brush am I going to take though? just a little one, a little one. So I'll just pop a little bit of this right onto that inner corner. Yes, see, I just feel like that makes such a big difference with that little pop of brightness and without. I'm just going to tap over that just to blend it into what we've already got there. And I am thrilled with how that looks, honestly. So for the lips, I just brought something over. Where did I put it? Oh, it's here. The Revolution Pro Hydro Gloss Lip Gloss. This is in the shade Tainted. This is probably my favourite lip gloss, and it's at the back of these little divider things here, so I never remember that I have it, but I love it so much. So I'm just going to wipe off that lip balm that we put on. Then I will go in with the Essence A-Tower Matte Comfort Matte Lip Liner in 03 Soft Beige, which I need to stock up on. I always used to get these from Wilko, but sadly, Wilko is in the process of no longer being here. Like, I went in the other day and the Essence stand was just completely wiped out. Like, obviously everybody got there before I did. Like, in my local town they didn't leave me a single lip liner, so that's sad. I need to find these online somewhere. It just makes no sense to me. Like, Essence is, I feel like, such a common brand. It's like plastered over everything that it's Europe's #1 brand, but you can't get it, like, at all now in, well, in like Yorkshire near me. I don't think you can get it anywhere. I don't know about anywhere else, but I cannot find it anywhere other than like online, of course. So I'm just going to go in with a little bit of this Revolution lip gloss, and I feel like just a little bit more bronzer and I will be done. I am thrilled, honestly, with how the skin is looking. Like, anytime I use that blush wand, I'm just thrilled, but I'm extra thrilled today. This is going to make me sad to say goodbye to the summer makeup. Like, not so much that I'm not excited about autumn, but still, this like fresh skin, I'm loving it. I missed the opportunity there, didn't I, to go, I'm loving it. So, that is me done. Let me know what you think. Let me know if there's any like final summer makeup looks that you want to see from me before I dive nose first into all of the autumn content. Like, I've got so many ideas, but if you have any other ideas of what you want to see, September, but mainly October, because like I say, I'm going to be posting every single day, do let me know. Do let me know if there's any looks that you want to see, any Halloween looks that you want to see my interpretation of. Do let me know. More than happy to try those out. If you are new here, I would love it if you would subscribe down below. It just means you'll get a little notification every time I post a new video, which is 3 times a week at the minute, on a Monday, Wednesday and a Friday. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. But until next time, thank you ever so much for watching. Bye.